I'd say first off, how's it feel to be home?
It feels really good just being reunited with my family and friends and just the whole culture and atmosphere of this program. Obviously, it feels great being back home, but the teammates and coaches make it that much better.
For you transferring in from CMU, kind of what are your expectations, goals for yourselves coming into this year and in the new program?
First and foremost, our goal as a team is always to win a championship and chase wins and banners and obviously just compete at the highest level possible. And personally, I just want to work as hard as I can, be a great leader for this team, especially with my experience and age, and just bring whatever I can to the table.
For you, obviously, in the boot right now, what is your status, and when do you expect to be back on the court?
Yeah, so I have a stress fracture. I've been playing on it all summer, but we found it early enough where I'm only supposed to be out like a month, so I should get out of the boot by Wednesday and ease back into it, which is super exciting. I hate sitting out and watching and would rather be a part of it, so I'm just excited to get back to competing.
We saw you out there at practice. What has your role been at these practices? As you said you hate sitting, but what have you been trying to get done at practice?
Well, first I did a little bike workout on the side just to get my heart rate up and not lose all the shape I've been getting into, and then just be a second coach out there, just a player coach, and try to help my teammates, communicate with them, and especially with being a junior in my experience, I can kind of talk them through what they need to do, when, and I think it's just super helpful being out there and being as another coach.
And what has that process been like, just getting acclimated with new teammates? You have some familiarity with Sylare, but basically a lot of new faces in a pretty short time.
Right. This team especially is very welcoming, and all the girls are super nice and funny, and it's really just a family atmosphere. That's how it is with the players, coaches, and they've really made me feel at home in so many aspects, and it's more than anything I could have asked for.
From a viewing perspective, what have you liked when you've watched the practices so far?
Our energy. I think we have some new faces, some young faces, and they're just coming in every day, ready to learn, ready to work. And I think that's one thing about this team is we always want to get 1% better every day, and no matter what it takes, we're going to do that.
How exciting is it for you to come in and be a part of this program that's trying to really build from the ground up and is in the middle of that process?
It's super exciting trying to build up a culture. You saw last year, even with them bringing their winning games up to, I believe, 9. Huge jump. We're ready to make big leaps this year as well, and we all want to be a part of the growing culture, so we're all buying into what everyone's saying and trying to be the best version of ourselves possible.
All right, Sylare. Obviously, first day of official practice. I know you guys have been in the gym all summer, but how's it feel to officially back and get this 2022-23 season underway?
It feels great. Everybody's working really hard. We've been doing this all summer, so just to finally have that first official day, it means so much, and we got after it today, so it was really fun.
For you guys coming into year 2 under Coach Mark, kind of, what are the goals and expectations entering year 2 as coming off of a year where you guys kind of took a really big step forward?
Just really focusing on ourselves and our growth as a team. We have the motto 1 of 1, so just fighting together and knowing what we need to do to succeed. And we feel like if we work together, we can be at the top in the end. So,
knowing how much experience is back from last season, and Coach kind of touched on, trying to be better in close games this season. How do you feel like that experience from last year is going to pay off this year, especially when you guys get in some tight ball games?
Yeah, games last year where we were right there at the end and we just couldn't hang on. We have that experience. So this year we know what plays we need to make. We know what we need to execute because we trust each other more now, I feel like, especially having Coach Mark for 2 years. So the trust really just goes a long way, and I feel like that'll carry us through.
For you as a girl who's obviously been in the Horizon League now for a few years and entering year 2 here under Coach Mark, kind of what are your goals, expectations for yourself, and what kind of role are you looking to take as one of the upperclassmen on this team as well?
I would say just doing whatever my coaches need me to do and my teammates need me to do, stepping up as a leader more vocally, and just really highlighting my defense as one of the biggest part of my games because I know offense will be there, but defense wins championships, so that's what we want to do. So that's what I got to do.
How fun is it to have Sydney back? I know obviously she's in the boot, not playing right now, but
Yeah.
how fun is it to have Sydney back and have that Homestead connection back again?
It's super fun. In high school, she was like my best friend, and so just getting to talk to her every day and hear her corny jokes, it's just super fun to have her back.
What were you part of her recruitment process to get her here?
I might have said a little word or whatever, but I was very happy to have her back here. So, yeah.
All right, Riley. First things first. Obviously, first day of practice. How's it feel to officially back and get this season officially underway?
Yeah, it's great to be back. I mean, we're all really excited to start the season. I mean, we're all ready for games, so hopefully those come soon.
Obviously, year two under Coach Mark. Kind of what are the goals, the expectations as you guys come into this season and kind of that second year of the rebuild and looking to take that next step forward?
Yeah, I think coming in the season, we're just kind of looking to build off of last year. We have a lot of new pieces this year, which I think are going to help us out a lot with winning games and things like that. But I think a big goal of ours is just to be at the top in the conference, or be like in that middle of the pack, and just be better than we were last year.
What have you noticed from this year compared to last year? Obviously, brand new coach, trying to get the system in place. What have you noticed during the offseason into right now? Do things look a little more smoother?
Yeah, I would say most definitely it's a lot smoother this year. I think having the returners back this year who kind of know what they're doing, they're able to take some of those freshmen and the transfers under their wing and kind of show them the ropes and kind of show us kind of the offense and all of that stuff and kind of what the expectations are for the team.
For you guys, obviously, as for you, Shayla, Sylare, girls who have been here for a couple of years now, second year under Coach Mark. Kind of, what are you guys looking to take on as leadership roles for people who've played a lot of basketball for this program too?
Yeah, so with the leadership roles, I think just holding our teammates accountable and making sure we're getting in the gym and working as hard as we can to make each other better for the team. I know our saying this year was 1 of 1, and so I think being able to relay that in the girls and make sure that not only that we're holding each other accountable, but we're holding ourselves accountable as well.
Coach mentioned being in a lot of close games last season. Despite the fact that you picked up 9 wins last season, what do you feel like it'll take this year to get over that hump and be on top in some of those close matchups?
I think just focusing in on those games and focusing in on the details and making sure that we know the game plan and that we stick to it. I think a lot last year, obviously we were close and we just had a couple hiccups here and there that cost us the game, and so I think focusing in on those and being able to get over those will help us win those types of games.
Coach talked about having a three-pointer as a big part of this team's identity. As someone who has that in their arsenal, how exciting is that for you, and how big can that be for this team?
Yeah, no, it's really exciting. I mean, that's all I've been doing in the gym is working on my three. Compared to last year, I've tried to get up more shots from that three-point line, and so having that in our arsenal, having in mind, as well as a lot of the other players, I think that'll be a huge asset for us when it comes game time.
Is there kind of a renewed sense of energy kind of around this program right now, just knowing that obviously you guys have to be feeling like you guys are moving in the right direction?
Yeah, definitely. We talked a lot as a team this summer. We met with Donovan a lot, just trying to figure out what our team culture was going to be. And I think a lot of it, or all of us have bought into that, and I think we're just going to keep moving that forward. And so you guys will be able to see that on the court.
Obviously, a lot of returners back for this year, for this group too. I think you just lost the 2 seniors from last year. How does that chemistry and and having the amount of talent come back that you guys have this year help this group out?
Yeah, I think it'll help tremendously. I mean, having all those returners, we know the ropes. Almost all of them played decent minutes, and so having that experience and knowing our game plans and things of that, and knowing our roles on each team will be a lot of help for game time again.